From beautiful Del Mar Country Club, Go TV presents your International Diamond Cup featured foursome.
And welcome to the Del Mar Country Club here in beautiful Rancho Santa Fe. We are thrilled to bring you the coverage of the West-Southwest International Diamond Cup. I'm Dave Benz alongside Chris Walkie. And Chris, we were on the practice range with these guys this morning. I got to tell you, I was impressed. A number of players with some pretty impressive swings.
Hey, there's a lot of good players. There's some guys that aren't quite as good. I tried to help all those players out today. Some of them got a lot better. I expect some good shots today, but obviously there's going to be a few bad ones on this hole.
Yeah, I think you're being kind. I think we're going to see a number of bad ones. But the good news is, to look at this hole, it doesn't appear to be the toughest hole at Del Mar, but I got to ask you, it looks deceiving.
Yeah, it looks deceiving. This hole plays downhill. There's a lot of wind coming up out of the canyon from the ocean. It's going to be very difficult for the players to pick the right club. So they need to pick the right number, get the yardage, and trust their swing.
If there is some good news, it appears there's a favorable pin placement here today on the par 312. And time now to meet our featured foursome. It's Randy Howe and Thomas Otter, along with Gary Elliott and Kyle Howard. And they're standing by with our Jill Carlson up on the tee box.
All right, thanks, Dave. These guys are so anxious to go hit. Gary, you were walking away. You're going to hit a hole-in-one here, I can tell.
Well, that'll be a first. I'll try. Do my best.
You're going to do your best.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I haven't done very well today. The instructions threw me off, so.
Just messed with your head, and
yeah.
Everything messes with your head is what you were telling me earlier, Randy. You haven't played in almost 3 years.
Right, and I still haven't played today.
Still waiting for the game to kick in.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Jill. So first up on the tee, Gary Elliott describes his swing as fluid with medium speed. And what did you see there?
That was a beautiful swing. I spent some time with him in the simulator yesterday. Ooh, he just pulled that a little bit, but he's got an easy chip shot over there. But you know, he worked very hard last night. I think he's hitting it much more solid.
Yeah, should be a makeable up and down for him there. All right, so Thomas Otter up next, and we'll see if Thomas can actually put it on the green.
Dave looks like he's aiming way to the left. Looks like he's going to hit a big cut shot here. This is high and short.
It is going to be well short. Oh, maybe not as short as we thought. It kicks up, and it is indeed on the dance floor. Barely, but he is on the dance floor.
He's got a long putt there, though, Dave. This is a 3-putt territory. Hopefully he can get down in 2.
Yeah, always good to be putting. Now, Randy Howe up on the tee, and Randy says he hasn't golfed in over 3 years. And, oh, my goodness, what did we just see up there? Let's get up to Jill Carlson. Jill, what just happened?
That is for everyone to see and for you to have for all posterity. How proud are you of that?
I told you.
You warned us.
3 years. So I need to have my caddy clean I need this clean now.
Hole-in-one for par. You can handle that, can't you, Randy?
I have no pressure because, you know, I'm not getting paid to do this.
All right, so here's Randy hitting 2 now off the tee box. And I'll tell you, I had a chance to talk to this guy. Terrific guy. Was actually a NASCAR race spotter for about 12 years. Worked with Joe Nemechek, Darrell Waltrip, Sterling Marlin, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and said he gave up the game of golf because he didn't have time. And you know what? All things considered, he's sitting 2. That's better than we've seen a lot of people.
Hey, that was a great shot there. Just hard to believe that those are the same guy.
All right, so Kyle Howard now will finish out the foursome. Says he's been golfing for about 30 years. Describes his game as inconsistent. And we've seen that as a pretty typical answer on a lot of these questionnaires.
Yeah, Dave. Sometimes it doesn't mean a whole lot.
That looked like a pretty nice swing on that shot.
Pretty consistent there. Nope.
That ball, unfortunately, goes way right. He's going to have a lot of work to do and try to get that ball up on the green in 2. As they make their way down towards the green, let's check in with Tim Morris, who moments ago spoke with Mike Cirilli.
Thank you very much, Dave. I'm with Mike Cirilli, VP Marketing of International Truck. And Mike, every year this is a great event, but this year you're off to a terrific start. What a day, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat the weather, and the course is just awesome. So we're glad to be here at Del Mar.
This gives you a unique opportunity, obviously, to mix, with your customers. What are you looking to do out here, and what are you accomplishing in terms of building relationships?
Yeah, you know, it's not enough to sell great trucks anymore. I think the real key is we got to spend time with customers and understand what their needs are, and what better place to do it than 5-6 hours on a golf course playing 18 holes and here in San Diego. So it was a great day.
All right, so Kyle Howard now with his second shot. Still plenty of work to do, and this looks like a terrible lie.
This is a terrible spot to be in, Dave. He's got a downhill lie. He's got bushes behind him. He's got to carry the bunker. Has a little bit of green to work with, but I believe he has no chance here.
Oh,
Dave, that's about as good as he can get from there.
yeah, not too shabby out of that location. He's just off the green in 2. Everybody's with a chance to possibly par or at worst make bogey, including Randy Howe, who will be the next hit. And I mentioned Randy worked as a NASCAR spotter for 12 years. We asked him, how did you get into that business? And he said he used to run a business park. And one night, some kids showed up, started turning laps in the parking lot of the business park, and they came back the next night. On the third night, he finally went out and said, what the heck are you guys doing? They introduced themselves as the Nemechek brothers. He befriended Joe Nemechek and became his windshield man on his pit crew, then his race spotter, and now he becomes a guy who could chip near the green, near the cup from off the green. Well, how about that shot?
That was a great shot there.
And this is a chance for a birdie, but Gary just absolutely ham-fisted that shot. Now Thomas Otter lining up a long putt. We did see a putt from this distance, relatively close to this distance, made very early in the day, so it is a makeable putt.
Yeah, Dave, I think the guy made birdie, but it is makeable. Just definitely make sure he hits it hard enough.
It looks like he did hit it hard, but not hard enough. It is going to stop well short of the hole. He's still going to have about 7 or 8 feet left to try and make that par. Meantime, back the other way. Gary Elliott, this for a par, and that is going to be well short. So he's going to be in a tough position there to try and even make the bogey. So now Kyle Howard. And again, we see another person pulling out the putter. What do you think about this play?
I think this one's okay. I think the ball's sitting high enough up on the grass there. It's going to roll right through it. Should be fine.
Kyle Howard looking for a par. We haven't seen anybody put it in from off the green today. A solid hit. And just a little bit too quick.
Dave, that was pretty good out of that lie, though.
And he's got about 4 feet left now to come back for his bogey try. So now here's Elliott trying to save bogey. He's been having all kinds of problems with his short game. What do you see on this putt, Chris?
Dave, it's a little right to left, slightly uphill. Just needs to trust his stroke and commit.
Looks like good speed.
Yep.
Did not have the
Didn't
line
break.
exactly. Did not break the way that he would have thought.
I think he just played a little bit too much break there.
Now come back the other way to try to salvage the double bogey. And indeed he does. So put a 5 on the card for Gary Elliott.
Dave, after that tee shot there, that was a disaster.
That was a terrible tee shot. Now Thomas Otter. He's coming back the other way for his bogey putt.
Made it.
And he nails it.
Great putt.
And that will only leave Kyle Howard now, as well as Randy Howe, to close out their bogeys. About 4 feet here. Anything tricky in this putt?
I think it's inside left, fairly firm. Shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, he did not hit that putt. Leaves it about a roll shy, so he's going to have to settle for a double bogey. And here is Randy Howe after a whiff on the tee box. A solid tee shot just off into finishing up and down. There's not a lot of bogies you can feel good about, Chris, but that would be one of them.
That was a great bogey.